What's up, guys? JT with JT's Aquatics here. Today I'm going to be talking about corydoras and how to raise the fry and breed them, all that good stuff. I have every stage of a corydora's life right now here in the fish room, so I thought it'd be a good time to just show you how I do things. Everybody does things different. This is what works for me, and yeah, so I'll go ahead and give you a peek. So for starters, you have to start off with a breeding group. I'm gonna use this for comparison. For example, these are my longfin panda corys. As you can tell, I have a little baby in there, an egg that slipped by. You saw it for a second. Where'd it go? There we go. A little baby that slipped by, and it's surviving in there. So first thing you want to do is I start off with 7 to 9 corydoras. I try to have 2 males to 1 female. That's what works for me. Some people might say more females. I say more males work. And so you let them breed, condition them real good with live food. Live food works best. Baby brine shrimp is what I use. And I also supplement with pellets because I only do 1 brine shrimp hatchery, so I feed them brine shrimp every other day. And I supplement with extreme pellets, and those work the best for me. They're really good. They're a smaller pellet, so they eat them real well. Every once in a while, I'll feed them an algae wafer, but they don't like these as much. So you get them conditioned, and then corydoras lay eggs 2 ways. 1 in a spawning mop, which these only lay in a spawning mop for me. And then they also will lay on the glass. But I found whenever they lay on the glass, if I don't catch it right whenever they lay the eggs, they eat them. So in the spawning mop, it's harder for them to find them, I think. So after that, so every morning I come out here, they usually breed in the mornings. So around a couple hours after sunrise, I will check the spawning mops, pull the eggs, and whenever I pull the eggs, I put them in a container. Some people use methylene blue. I do sometimes, but I found that it doesn't really matter. So I put the eggs in a container with air. After maybe 3 to 5 days, they will start hatching. Right? So these are all baby corydoras right here in the corner. These are the eggs. The white ones are fungused over. Like these right here are fungused eggs. See, look at the baby corydora fry. Right there. There they are. So once they hatch, you don't need to feed them for about 24 to 48 hours because they have an egg sac. And after that, you want to move them into, I move them into a fry tray. It's better, in my opinion, to have them in a fry tray than just throwing them in a tank because they can access the food better. And here I can target feed them. So what I feed them in their first days is baby brine shrimp, and I also use the Aquarium Co-op Magic Nano Feed. It's called something else now, but this stuff is perfect for fry because it is so small. Let me show you. This food is almost a powder. It's tiny little pellets, and this is what I feed to them. I throw them a pinch. So this is the second stage. I throw a pinch in here, and it feeds well. This is my fry tray system. I bought these from IKEA. I drill holes in the side and I stuff sponge in it so they can't get out. And this is providing constant water, clean water from the tank into here. It flows out through the drilled holes with the sponge so they can't get out. So these fry were born on April 20, no, those are super reds. Nope, they weren't. So these are about a week old. And I have different breeds in here. I have albino, and I have longfin pandas, and I have regular pandas, and I have Julii. So these are growing pretty well. And in my fry trays, I always throw a nice patch of moss from an established tank to give them something to munch on. Yeah, look at all these corydoras. And look, see, they're going around munching. You see their bellies, how they have that color on them? They're almost transparent. So that's food in their bellies. All of them have it, see? So these are about a week to 2 weeks old. So that's stage 2. Take them out of the thing once they hatch. Put them in a fry tray. See them all moving around? You put them in a fry tray, and then you start growing them. You gotta feed them 2-3 times a day, minimum. Sometimes I feed 4 or 5 times a day. Anytime I have a chance, I'm in the fish room, I give them some food. So these are about, so these are from April 25th. So these are almost a month old. You can tell these are a lot bigger. Yep. These are ready to go into a grow-out tank. I don't want to stunt their growth. I've been target feeding. They're all nice and healthy. I have not had no dead ones at all. Nice and healthy, all different kinds. No albinos in this one. So after the fry tray, you're gonna take them out of the fry tray. Then you're gonna put them in a grow-out tank, which I am using a 10-gallon for now for this grow-out. Put my food back. Put a light on because the light's turned off. I just put a couple in here about 5 minutes ago from that because I'm about to empty all them into here. There's one right there. All right, sponge filter, bare bottom. Always throw a couple leaves. Threw about 5, 6, 7, 8 or so in there. Always throw a couple leaves in there just for them to munch on, something for them to hide on. Bare bottom tank so I can clean it. I will throw a mystery snail in here to help with the cleanup. And so that's at about a month old. And after that, see, and I don't keep the water all the way high. This is just a 10-gallon. I drain it down so they're able to go up and reach for air. They're going from not swimming high to swimming up to get air. So you don't want to put them in too deep of a tank, which I'm sure they would be fine in. But I don't want to put them in too deep of a tank so they're able to get some air. After the 10-gallon, then we come up here to the 20 or the 15 long. All right, egg, 48 hours, fry tank for a month, grow-out tank, that's a month old. I'll leave them in there probably until they're grown out for a while. And once there's too many in there, because there is a lot, I'm gonna split them up between a couple tanks. These fry are about 2 months old. These are bronze cories. Nice, healthy, active cories. These are about 2 months old. Right? Then I have some in here that are a little bit bigger. These are about 3 months old. And this is a sellable size, guys. At this size, this is the size I take them to the fish store. Nice, healthy corydoras. Look at that, racing around. And that's how I raise corydoras. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so many cories. I'm overrun with cories. And at this age, all I feed them is brine shrimp once a day, and then these pellets. Nice small pellets. They love them. They eat them up. All right, this is about 30 seconds after I put it in. Maybe not even. Here they all come. They're smelling it. They're telling their friends about it. And I feed these twice a day as well. I feed all my fish twice a day, trying to keep them nice and fat. Look at that fat albino. Jeez. I also feed magic fish feed for these. It spreads around the tank well, and they're always grazing. All right, guys. That's the way I raise corydoras. Everybody has their own way of doing it. That's the way I do it. I water change about 30 to 50% once a week. Every weekend, I do a huge water change. Clean water is key for growth. You must have clean water, feed a lot, and tank size. You can't have 40 corydoras in a 10-gallon and expect them to grow very big. But I have them in a 15. But a lot of water changes. They have plenty of room, plenty of hiding spaces in there. I always have live plants in every tank. I gotta add some live plants right now to this Growout tank. But that's how I do it, guys. And I want to talk to you about something else. So me and my friend Autumn from Autumn's Little Critters are hosting a swap meet here in San Antonio on July 27th. It's our first time ever hosting the event here in San Antonio. We don't have very much events whenever it comes to fish. Every so often there's an auction from the Cichlid Club, but nobody has really taken the initiative to host an event here, a fish swap. So we're doing it. We're doing it at the Schertz Civic Center in Schertz, which is right outside San Antonio, really close to a small town. I'm hoping for a good turnout. I mean, San Antonio has 1.5 million people. If we can get a couple hundred of those that love fish to show up, that would be awesome. I already have 11 vendors. I'm going to tour the facility tomorrow that we're using to see how many vendors we can fit. I'm hoping around 20. There should be all kinds of stuff. We got axolotls, we got houseplants, we got shrimp, we got cichlids, we got all corydoras, we got a couple people doing houseplants, we got a lot of people doing plecos, we got all kinds of stuff. We have some vendors from Dallas coming out, from Armored Cats. I think it's called Texas Armored Cats or something like that. Very nice people. They're going to be setting up, coming all the way from Dallas, so that already makes me feel pretty special. We have a exotic vet coming to set up a booth. Let's talk about how to take care of aquatic creatures and if they're sick and everything. So it's going to be a good event. It's free, no entrance fee, free to get in. I'm going to have my kid there selling drinks at one of the booths. I'm going to set up selling shrimp. I might have one of my kids selling my product, my fish, so I can help go around and manage the event. If anybody needs anything, I can help out. Autumn will be selling her fish that she has. We have another great vendor called Fincredible that they were just at Aquashella this weekend, yesterday and today, selling. They had a great turnout, so they're gonna come help and support us. Also, our local fish store, Salty Aquariums, great fish store. They're gonna help. They're gonna give us a gift card to give away as a raffle, which is very exciting, having the fish stores have our back, because I don't think quite everybody's too happy that we're hosting the event, just being a couple locals. But it's fine. It's gonna be cool. I'm hoping for a great turnout. So Aquapalooza is what we're calling it, July 27th at the Schertz Civic Center. It's a Sunday. It's gonna be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Nice little 6-hour event. If you're local to the San Antonio area, I would love to see you there. If you are there and you see me, say hi. I'll hook you up on some shrimp. I'm gonna have a lot of corydoras, a lot of shrimp. I'm growing out all these corydoras. Hopefully they're big enough. By the time that event happens, so I'll have a bunch of 5-packs. I like to sell them in 5s at minimum, and a bunch of super reds. I'm gonna have a bunch of super reds. I'm gonna be doing, I think, 3 for $25 super reds, unsexed. I'm just gonna have bags of them, just all day long. Take them because that's a cheap price. Yeah, guys. So I hope you learned a little something about corydoras. It's been trial and error for me, but I learned what finally works for me, and I'm happy with it. It took about a year, but I got my process down. I really highly recommend this food. I think it's called small fish feed now, not the magic nano feed. This stuff works wonders for fry. This stuff, it feeds just like baby brine shrimp. It is awesome. Baby brine shrimp is best, of course, but if you're gonna feed some fry, any kind of fry, this is good to go. You can even crush it up in your fingers to make it more powdery if you'd like. They also have the easy fry food in this container. It's so easy. You just squeeze it in there, boom. Nice little squeeze. You don't got to get your fingers dirty, nothing. This is also a great idea. I might be mixing the rest of this with that small magic nano feed so I can squirt in there, but I'm scared it's gonna be too small. But all right, guys, enough yapping. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video. That would be cool. That's what everybody says on YouTube, right? Like the video, subscribe. You don't have to. It's cool. If you want to learn about corydoras, I'll show you what I know. I'm not a professional, but I like to say I've raised a bunch. All right, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Laters.